This is the Millennium Bridge, and it leads here to the Tate Modern in London, England. The Tate is split into two buildings, the Blavatnik Building and the Natalie Bell Building. Currently, as seen on the Tate's website, the former has an exhibit on the third floor about the role of participation in art. The exhibit includes works like these, fairly classic for a museum, with square, framed paintings on blank white walls that the audience can look at but never touch. It seems odd that an exhibit meant to challenge our perception of the role of performance in art would include works like these. But this room, in contrast, was designed by Elio Chisica. At first they might seem similar. They're caged behind... But this certainly was not how Chisica intended for the art to be displayed. During a time of intense and dangerous protesting in Brazil, he created what he called clothing that was not clothing. They were essentially capes with political or poetic messages on them, and they were often so formless that the wearer could choose a lot about how to wear them. Aside from this, though, he also created what you're seeing now, because the audience was encouraged to walk around inside the exhibit, which was a recreation of a Brazilian favela. In fact, the original exhibit had live parrots flying around. Oiticica also left poems around, written on walls and boards, but in the modern day, the Tate certainly does not have the same wildlife around. In fact, visitors are only allowed to walk around the exhibit on weekends. Allegedly, this is for preservation reasons, but it should be noted that the artist originally did not intend for the works to be long-term. And now, the Tate is an excellent museum. Certainly it has a lot of very important and impressive artworks, but the performer and participant exhibit, for me, is a failure. Not all art is meant to be that permanent, like these beach artworks, for example, or even something like street art, where the artists know ahead of time and expect their work to be written over. But that, in and of itself, is an interaction with the participant, and one that the Tate has chosen to completely ignore. Additionally, many of the other exhibits are also behind glass and impossible for visitors to touch most of the time. To me, this does not challenge our perceptions of what art can be, like it claims to be doing. You can see similar artworks anywhere else in the museum, anywhere else in the world. Of course, this doesn't mean the art is bad. It's not the fault of the artists, but a missed opportunity by the Tate, especially when the exhibit is about how we interact and behave around art. To me, the Tate often precariously straddles a line between being free and open to the public and being pretentious and unable to inspire.